Today on the Good Side Holiday Special, 'tis the season for kids to see Santa. We'll take you to a mall where connection may be the biggest gift of all.
Our goal is to make you feel better when you leave us.
I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Plus, they feed thousands of hungry people a day. But this innovative operation also believes in feeding minds and souls.
We're not going to solve the problem tomorrow, but we can make tomorrow better than today. That's what keeps us going every single day.
And we go to the world famous Kennedy Center, inside the first and longest running performance of a holiday classic.
I think that music hooks you. I think the memories of Christmas and just being excited, like there's nothing like it.
Your front row seat is right this way. Get ready for a half hour of happiness. This is the Good Side Holiday Special. I'm Debra Alfarone. Don't get up. In the next half hour, I'll share some holiday stories that could make a Grinch's heart grow 3 sizes. First up, we take you to Maryland, where one neighbor is remembering another year after year with a thoughtful tribute. And this bright, twinkling gesture is inspiring acts of grace all over the world. Every neighborhood has that guy. Are you that guy?
I've been told I'm that guy, yes.
For 33 years, Mike Whitmer has been going all out, lighting up his lawn, hanging twinkling displays, and channeling the magic of Christmas.
My little stuffed Santa guy is probably, he's a little old, the critters have gotten to him a little bit, but he fits so perfectly in my little sleigh that I still just have to keep him. My little snowman countdown is, I've been told by all my neighbors that this is the biggest stressor in the court. One of those candy canes was my Father's Day gift, and one of them was my birthday present.
What does your family think about it?
They think I'm nuts.
What do your neighbors think about it?
They think I'm nuts, but they like it.
It was about 20 years ago when Mike really threw his heart into it.
It just started off as a kind of a goofy little gesture, you know, to a really nice neighborhood kid.
Mike crafted a note in lights to his neighbor Kevin, who was battling childhood cancer.
I was just, you know, a dad myself, just, you know, my heart went out to them. He saw it, he absolutely loved it, and he said, do you think Mr. Whitmer put my name in lights every year? So how could I not?
Every year since, Mike has put Kevin's name in lights. And after he passed, Mike continued the tradition. He moved the message to the roof so Kevin could see it from heaven. This seemingly small gesture meant for one is lighting up the hearts of many through social media.
I heard from people all over the world, Australia, over in England, all around the States, everybody just saying, it's an incredible story, you know, breaks my heart, you know, I'm not crying, you're crying. I thought this was just a small little gesture on my part to a really cool little kid. The fact that it just blew up like this now, I think this world needs some goodness, some good stories like, you know, what you're trying to do here.
We know the most wonderful time of year doesn't have the same glow for everyone, especially those who've lost a child like Kevin's family. Mike wants to illuminate the power of holding space for people, and so do we.
This world needs more joy, needs more happiness, and if me putting up all these lights for a couple weekends makes some people happy or makes them forget about their problems or gives them a place to go on a weekend night to show the kids some lights, then I'm all for it, and I don't mind being that guy.
Because all it takes is one that guy to keep the spirit of Christmas alive. Being sick or having a loved one in the hospital can be scary. One man in Virginia is doing his best to calm those fears and lift people up. Pete Wright has been volunteering for over 16 years, and each week he helps at least one person, and it all starts with a smile. My colleague Chelsea Church has more.
It's nowhere that I go that I can't get a smile.
Every Wednesday, you'll find Pete Wright riding through the halls of Centera RMH.
You gotta have a smiley face.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day. Thanks for what you're doing.
Of course.
Hoping to brighten someone's day.
To make people happy, to make them smile, and to help where I can, when I can, with what I have. That's my goal in life, is to help others.
Over the past 16 years, he's added items to his cart and has worn several different costumes.
Sometimes I think I've overdid it. I get a lot of comments out of the animals and things that I have.
But he says he loves it, and so do the people he meets.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you for your service.
And Wright says those interactions are more valuable than any paycheck.
I've had some people say, "Do you get paid?" I said, "I sure do, but it's not in money."
Wright started volunteering in 2004 after his wife passed away, and a total knee replacement forced him into an early retirement.
They got me to volunteering on the east side and the west side in the old hospital, transporting patients to and fro across the hospital, and I just loved it.
And in 2017, when a slipped disc paralyzed him from the waist down, volunteering was one thing that kept him going and got him walking again.
The only thing that was on my mind while I was in doing that rehab and going through that was, how am I going to do this in the hospital, and how am I going to go to church?
Even through the difficult times in his life, Wright says volunteering at Sentara RMH has taught him you can find joy in even the smallest things.
Life goes on, but there's so many things, but there's so many good things too, and a lot of times we don't recognize the good things enough.
And he hopes he can help make the world a better place, one smile at a time.
No one person can help everyone, but one person can help someone.
Wright hopes to continue volunteering as long as he can. He says he has no plans to slow down anytime soon. Coming up, representation matters. Kids deserve to see magical, beloved characters who look just like them. So we go see the guy in the big red suit, making kids feel seen after the break. And did you go over there and chat with him?
Yeah.
What did you guys talk about?
We talked about if we be good to our mom and dad, we will have the best Christmas ever.
Local News Live, always streaming, always free. Welcome back to the Good Side Holiday Special. I'm here at Urban Roast, a restaurant in the heart of downtown Washington. It's decked the halls with bounds of holly, neon signs, and Jolly St. Nick. Speaking of Santa, let me introduce you to someone special.
Can I shake your hand? Are you listening to Mommy and Daddy? Are you being the best that you can be? Leave me some chocolate chip cookies and milk on the table, and I promise you, when you wake up, you're gonna say, "Oh, wow, I can't believe it. I love you, love you, love you."
He may be the longest running Black Santa in America, but the gifts he gives can't be found under a tree or wrapped with a bow.
We drove about 5 hours to see Santa Luke because he was our Santa when my sister and I were little.
We get calls starting in August whether Santa Luke is going to be here for Christmas.
We make you feel better after leaving us than receiving us. And our goal is to make, when you leave us, you'll feel good about yourself. As long as you're being good and listen to Mommy and Daddy, okay?
Okay.
Santa Luke has been offering advice and inspiration to kids of all races and all ages at the Mundauman Mall in West Baltimore, Maryland for close to 40 years. This veteran of the red suit, black boots game could make any Scrooge anywhere believe.
And then I tell people you got to step out on faith. You got to be bold in your thinking. And when a person is bold, it's magical. And people will gravitate, they'll gravitate towards you.
What if you're on the naughty list? Can you get off of that list?
Of course you can. Get on track as soon as you can and refuse to look back with regret. See, it's not where you've been in this life. It's where you're going.
You're speaking into my soul right now. How does that make you feel after you have a conversation with a child or a parent and you can see that it's registered?
I'm a firm believer with all my heart that God uses certain people to do certain things. I love you. Have a seat.
How important is it for Santa Luke here to be here every year and for kids to see someone who looks like them.
Not just Mondawmin Mall, but Brookfield Properties as a whole, we are committed countrywide to make sure that we are creating an environment for our communities that is inclusive, that is diverse. We want to know that there's a Santa that looks like us, that we feel connected to. The kids, their eyes light up. My heart is full.
Do you think he's the real Santa?
Yeah,
What makes you so sure?
because he got everything that Santa has.
There you go, there you go. There you go.
Less than 5% of professional Santas across the country are Hispanic, Asian, or Black. Experts say seeing a Santa who looks like you can increase self-esteem and self-worth in children. Santa Luke sees it like this.
Our clientele at one time was predominantly Black, but now our clientele is Hispanic, white. You'd be surprised how many Jewish kids come up here to see Santa Claus, and Asian kids too. So we have a mixture of everything. Now, it's good to have Black Santas, it's good to have Hispanic, Asian Santas, and a mix of everything. The United States is the great melting pot. But make sure whatever Santa Claus you get, no matter what race the color is, make sure he's a good Santa Claus.
What is the meaning of Christmas to you?
The meaning of Christmas is to bring people together and to treat your fellow man the way you want to be treated.
And that's a message for all people.
Love you, love you, love you, love you.
The holidays aren't just about getting gifts, they're about giving. So when we come back, I'm going to take you to a place where thousands of volunteers are answering the call. They're giving meals, opportunities, and understanding.
One of the beauties of working at DC Central Kitchen is we literally get to see people's lives change in front of our eyes every single day.
Stick with us. You're watching the Good Side Holiday Special.
Rethink how you get breaking news.
A rooftop collapses at a suburban hotel.
With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Reporters who know the streets and the people. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Stay close, stay connected, because the big breaking stories are best told by those who live it. Local News Live, the news that hits home. Always streaming, always free.
Welcome back to the Good Side Holiday Special. I'm Debra Alfarone. When we think of the holidays, we think of family feasts, right? Christmas ham, latkes at Hanukkah, cookies, candy canes. But more than 44 million Americans are struggling with food insecurity. So we visited a nonprofit doing more than feeding stomachs. It is breaking down barriers and creating jobs.
At DC Central Kitchen, we say we use food as a tool to strengthen bodies, empower minds, and build communities.
Everything about DC Central Kitchen is big. Their brand new space, the number of volunteers who donate time each year, 20,000. The number of meals that feed people who are hungry, 10,000 a day. And maybe greatest of all, their mission. Mike Curtin is the CEO.
One of the hardest things that we work against is these notions, old, tired, destructive notions, that if someone in America is hungry, or someone is poor, or someone doesn't have a job, it's because they're lazy. It's their own fault. There is systemic racism, there is systemic economic exclusion. The differences are stark, stunning, and, quite frankly, criminal.
DC Central Kitchen is a rare hybrid of nonprofit and social enterprise business. It prepares food for shelters, schools, rehabs, and more. But DCCK is about more than feeding people.
The most important thing of what we do is our culinary job training program. And that's working with individuals who have had barriers to that meaningful employment, get to that point so they can actualize and have that life that we all are searching for.
More than 2,000 people have graduated to date. Once trainees graduate, they have all the certifications to work in any kitchen. And as they're learning, they're teaching, sometimes without even knowing.
What we want is people to come down here and talk to our staff, sit side by side, work shoulder to shoulder with individuals that have faced homelessness, incarceration, folks that have battled addiction, but have now turned their lives around through our program and are doing something wildly important for themselves and their families and our shared community.
That's the key word, community. Davon Bennett is the director of culinary operations.
Some people don't know about kids in school, and sometimes that's the only meal they get. So I would love if that meal is a tasty meal they could get at home from school.
You're building strong kids.
Yes, ma'am.
And strong futures.
And strong futures. You got to think about for the locally fresh ingredients. The farmers get help, then they get more options to get to. So it's all the way a full circle moment.
We are not going to end poverty tomorrow. We are not going to end hunger tomorrow. We're not going to end homelessness tomorrow. That if we work relentlessly and incrementally, we will get to a better place.
One day at a time, one meal at a time, with one huge goal all the time.
It's that time of year to remember those who've been there for us. One veteran who helped defend our freedom recently got the gift of freedom. Our colleague Dave Allgood takes us there.
Kenny Maynor is full of gratitude.
Thank you so much.
So why is this Army veteran so over the moon with gratitude?
Progressive donates vehicles to veterans all over the country.
Kenny is a veteran who hasn't had a working car in over a year.
I'm standing in front of a 2021 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive that we're going to give away today.
We're not spoiling anything here. Kenny, he was picked to get this car.
Keys to your new ride.
Thank you so much.
Just watching him marvel at the magic of giving is beyond heartwarming.
Oh, this is super sweet. Thank you. I can not have to worry about catching a bus to work. I can go to work, maybe get a better job. It opens up some doors. Yes, it opened up some doors and some possibilities.
But what changed my life today was this Army veteran's endless, genuine gratitude.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. And thank you.
What do you think? Oh, it's exciting. It's great.
Oh, and you can't say fun without a good unintended pun.
Well, some good karma, no pun intended.
Karma, yes, I get it.
And you can't think of Army veteran Kenny Maynor without...
What can I say, but thank you so much.
Being grateful. And that's the all good news.
Up next, what could be more Christmas than the Nutcracker Ballet, the Sugar Plum Fairy, the Dancing Bear, the Snow King and Queen? But not everyone has the opportunity to see a live performance, so we're bringing you to the stage after the break.
I want them to feel some sort of joy and be removed from their reality and drawn into our world.
Rethink how you get breaking news. With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Local News Live, always streaming, always free.
Welcome back to the Good Side Holiday Special. The Nutcracker is a Christmas tradition for many. We've seen the movies, we've heard the music, but few of us can actually sit front row at the ballet. Well, this week, The Good Side takes us to the world-famous Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. to check out a Utah dance company's dazzling production.
So my name is Adam Skloot, and I am the artistic director of Ballet West. Ballet West has the first full-length production of the Nutcracker in America. It was created in 1944 by our founder, Willem Christensen. Before that, America had only seen the Nutcracker suite, you know, sort of excerpts from the full ballet. The Nutcracker is a holiday staple because it speaks of family, speaks of joy, it speaks of magic. You know, the ballet takes place on Christmas Eve, and because the production uses so many children in any given performance, because the production moves at a fast, clipped pace, it is engaging for kids, it is also beautiful music and great art for adults, and so it really just speaks to everyone. So what I love about being able to perform the Nutcracker on tour for us is that we're able to bring together the communities that we perform in. Every child here, with the exception of 2, are local Washington, D.C. and Washington, D.C. area children. It really helps the economy of the community. Families come to these performances. They go to restaurants around the theater. They sometimes book hotel rooms, and that is actually what the performing arts do, far and beyond just the glory of the art form itself.
My name is Caitlin Addison, and I'm a principal ballerina with Ballet West, and I'll be performing the Sugar Plum Fairy, Snow Queen, and the Waltz Pas de Deux.
My name is Adrian Fry, and I'm a principal dancer with Ballet West, and I'm performing the Sugar Plum Cavalier, the Snow King, the Waltz of the Flowers, and Drosselmeyer. I think the Nutcracker is the perfect gateway into ballet. I think that music hooks you. I think the performance hooks you. I think the memories of Christmas and just being excited, like, it's just, there's nothing like it.
You know, not everybody out there is going to feel the same thing, but I want them to feel some sort of joy and be removed from their reality and drawn into our world.
I think I want people to come away from our performance of the Nutcracker to feel thrilled and to feel alive and to feel like the Christmas warmth that only the Nutcracker can provide.
To be a part of people's Christmas tradition is special. I feel like we're very lucky and fortunate that we can be a part of that.
And that's it for us. It has been a dream come true, bringing you these inspiring stories and taking you to a true winter wonderland here at Urban Roast. If you want more inspiration, just check out our website, graydc.com/thegoodside. New uplifting stories are posted every 2 weeks. And if you've got a story you'd like to see on the good side, drop me an email at news@localnewslive.com. Thank you so much for watching the Good Side Holiday Special. Happy holidays.
Rethink how you get breaking news.
A rooftop collapses at a suburban hotel.
With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Reporters who know the streets and the people. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Stay close, stay connected, because the big breaking stories are best told by those who live it. Local News Live, the news that hits home. Always streaming, always free.